I had the music done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Apart from the orchestral bits,
Mhm.
I had music done. I mean, a long time ago. But I didn't have the lyrics, exactly what I wanted to say and how I was going to say it. So, and then, I heard Gamble Rogers say once, life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. It's probably
Yeah.
an old saying, famous old saying, but
Yeah.
and I felt like this album happened while I was making other plans eventually. And if you added up all the time that it actually took working on the record, probably took less time than some of the other albums. It was just all spread out,
Right.
COVID, that was part of the reason why the album became, self-produced. And I throw up quotations only because the album was self-produced. It kind of produced itself. And I was just kind of along for the ride. And I looked up and I was like, well, the record's almost done. My life at home is a lot more chaotic. He's always having to pop out for this and go do that and fix this and do that. The road is much more kind of structured.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to be here, blah, blah, blah. So you would think, okay, in order to make the road sane, I would need to introduce a little chaos. But it's the opposite. It's the oxymoronic side of it is I get even more of a routine that's more Groundhog Day-ish that actually sort of grounds me, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty much got a time schedule, and I want to be able to work out. I want to be able to or do some sort of exercise, of some sort of movement, and get outside in some way. We got two buses, and one of them's the dirt bag bus, and then mine the goody two shoes bus. But it's not that goody two shoes, and invariably I'll end up on the dirt bag bus, which is actually probably the cleaner, nicer bus. And me, if I get a drink or two in me, and then I start running my mouth and hollering and carrying on, as my dad would say, and that destroys my voice, is the talking, not singing. So I avoid it, but I always tune in for a minute or two. Prior to a show, I like to bounce for like about 10-15 minutes before a fight, do like kumite foot drills, like martial art, karate, like point fighting. My main thing was I wanted things to be beautiful. So when it was like the sea, I wanted the song "The Sea" to be beautiful. I wanted the song "On a Breeze" to be beautiful in their own way. Those self-reflective cuts are in kind of in a blues tradition, even if they're not a blues song at all. But in that blues tradition, a song that almost sounds sad can be uplifting. I don't sit down and actually say, I need this or I need that or I need that. Well, I might if I sat down and I looked down, I've got 12 dance numbers and I've got nothing. It's actually usually the other way around. I'll have a bunch of self-reflective songs, and I need to have some joy, some uplifting moments too, When we were kids, we weren't really allowed much to listen to a bunch of rock stuff. We were in a church, and they weren't overbearing about it, but there's a lot of elements of rock music that is more adult. My sister bought me Gold and Platinum, Skinner's double album. And one of my favorite songs by Skinner ever is Simple Man. Simple Man was a huge one for me. There's a song by Skinner called I Know a Little.
Yeah.
Real quick honky tonk type tune. I love that one. And I love Working for the MCA. And everybody loves Freebird, and I love Freebird. I love Tuesday's Gone with the Wind. It's got those Mellotron strings on it. Yeah, those songs by Skinner probably stuck with me the most. I grew up with 60,000 of them at the time. So chicken house in my grandparents' house, not at my house. It was on I was out weekends and over a lot of the summers working chicken houses. And then when we moved here where I'm at right here, we inherited, the lady had a chicken coop with maybe 16, 17 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a rooster, and his name was, that's what the song Rooster is about, Jim. And he was just, you know, I can get deep on about chickens, but chickens are, if you've been around, you'll know they're just like human beings. They have personalities, and some chickens are assholes, man, straight up. You know, some of them are just like bullies, and you could tell they're literally afraid of you. And the more afraid of you they are, the more they want to attack you when you come in the pen.
Yeah.
And they want to attack other roosters, and they pull the feathers out of all the hens, proving to them that they're always trying to prove they're in charge to everybody. And Jim wasn't like that. He was fully in charge. Oh yeah, you can believe that. But I never ever saw him have to fight another rooster till he got and I didn't see that fight, and he got beat, but by a big old giant rooster that grew up under him. He was just a badass dude. So I was like, okay, I'm on. Everybody said you're a chicken. I'm like, okay, let's break that down. A 2.5 pound animal that will take on a coyote, a wolf, a grown man. They'll take on a bear to protect their hens. Too little. They dig for silver and they dig for gold, and they leave the empty holes. Way down south in the Everglades.